Hello and welcome to round one with four-color Reveler. Let's get this hand size going. Okay, so I can't fetch black-red with this. I can fetch blue-red and looting. Trying to draw a land then. Potentially discard souls. Yeah, I need to hit a land for this hand to work, but I'm looting on one, so that's not the worst, and I can souls up later. Let's see if this side of the deck's good enough. Yeah. This is probably okay. So I want steam vents, untapped. I'm gonna looting, and if I did not hit a black source. Okay then, so what do I discard? I think I want to keep land, and I'm discarding. So cards that I'm definitely discarding souls. I can't imagine discarding Snap. I don't really want to discard Reveler. I don't want to discard Mage. I'm thinking it's these two. I think that the situations where this hand pans out, I'm going to be able to do this pretty early and be happy with it. Like I can Thought Scour with a chance to hit two. Yeah, I have two shots at a hit. Yeah, and then I discard 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty close to an aggro Reveler, so it's definitely a spell. It's just whether it's the Thoughtseize that terminate, and I think the ability to potentially make 2 spells next turn is pretty key. Okay, so we're playing against some kind of Goryo's Vengeance strategy, almost surely. Our opponent elected to put a card on the bottom, so I should definitely Thought Scour myself. If they put a card on top, there's a consideration of targeting them. This isn't the worst. If I draw a land, I actually get to Pyro Seize and things start looking pretty good for me. It's a pretty fortunate spot to have access to sideboard surgicals. The Terminates, I'm not a huge fan of them in this matchup. Like, they cut your opponent off of not too much. They still draw a million cards. Oh, they're discarding a Spirit Guide. Interesting. I feel like I should know a lot about their hand based on this discard set, but it's just really weird. Like, it implies they don't have a Gristlebrand. Okay, so this can get black-blue or black-white. I'd rather get black-blue. And I'd lead this turn. Yeah, I think I'm pretty price into my play here. I'm going to order this specifically in case they have like a bolt or something. So I'm doing this so that I immediately have priority to Thoughtseize them. If they were like going to kill my Pyro or something, if they're like one of the more interactive builds. So they have Goryo's, Emrakul, Brutality. Interesting. I I think I'm supposed to take the Goryos, and then I can flashback in the future. I guess they'll probably Brutality, probably do both modes, make me discard my Scour. Just debating whether I want to reshuffle now or later. I probably just want to take the Vengeance and cut them off of ways to actually put something on the battlefield. I'm not under a ton of pressure. Oh, they misclicked. Oh, I should just be destroyed. I should have just gotten Emrakul last turn. Oh, wow. Yeah. Because they should have been able to discard Emrakul, then with the trigger on the stack, Goryo's... Okay. Yeah, my opponent chatted at me about their misclick. So they bottomed. They're probably going to... Yeah, collective discard take this, we said. And I have 1, 2, 3, 6. So we're going to be reveling soon, but not immediately. We got a tormenting voice there. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely snapping C's this turn. I have to get aggressive with shredding their hand. I actually, barring any crazy top decks... Ooh, Blood Moon. Interesting. I think they're in as bad a spot as I am if they Blood Moon, so I don't think I care too much about that. I kind of want to take the Emrakul because it's like their only way to do stuff, and it KOs their Graveyard Faithless Looting. And I guess we begin the slow march to victory. Oh, also if they... Wow, they can't Blood Moon me because I can just play Reveler. This is awesome. When has your threat ever been read? So I know their last card is Moon and 3 unknowns. And they have basically nothing otherwise. Top. Interesting. Okay, well that's not good for them. If they topped... Let's get a little wild. Let's mill whatever they topped. Ding. I guess sort of ding. I don't really think my life total matters a ton. I guess I should have done this before playing anything. And then add to my battlefield. So I have them dead in 2 here. This is the Blood Moon. That's irrelevant to me. That actually almost helps me with the looting. Yeah, on that note, I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to do that. I guess keeping the Inquisition is strictly better, right? Because I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can cast a Reveler. I'm going to Fork Bolt them anyway, so I can cast that regardless. So keeping the Inquisition is better if I draw like a basic. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I just put them to dead in 1. If they draw through the breach and have Emrakul, I'm just dead, and I'm fine with that. In theory, I could like leave back a Lingering Soul and like sack a bunch of stuff and chump it, and I would lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd keep a 2-power creature. So in theory, I could have won through that, but they have so few cards that I don't really care. Ooh, is this the old Chump Block Spirit Guide? Okay, well. So this puts my opponent to 2 if they block here, which is still lethal. I'm just thinking if I can play around an Emrakul this turn and get it anywhere. So they trade. I lose 1, 2, 3, 4. I lose everything, so I don't think it matters too much. And if they Gristlebrand me... Yeah, I guess I should probably just do this because it's... See, the thing is, if they block here and they play another Simian, then yeah, I'd rather just play around that. Yeah, and if they block there, then, yeah. No! Basic Swamp, who does that? Okay, so we won game one off a little bit of a misstep by our opponent, but that's fine. So, these are good Magic cards. An Extra Thoughts uses a great Magic card. This is probably a reasonable Magic card. I guess I could have Where to deal with Blood Moon if I'm that afraid of that. K-Command is Garbo. Terminate is Garbo. There's no island to fetch. I don't think this helps me at all. I'm boarding in a bunch of black cards that aren't castable by it. So basically, I just kind of want to fetch my basic Swamp at some point over the course of this game, and then that's it. I can just ignore Blood Moon beyond that. I think that's fine by me. I don't have a basic island to solve that. I don't really want to go down the road of fetching a basic Plains for this. And none of these cards stop anything my opponent's doing. And none of these cards are worse than like 3 mana discard some of my opponent's cards. Yeah, Forkpool dealing damage is fine. So this is an interesting one. I think the best way to describe this hand is it's an acceptable mulligan. I think Faithless Looting erases most of like the negativity of all these lands on its own. And Surgical is probably my best card in the matchup. So that's fine by me. Like, basically, like, I think that this is superior. Like, casting this, given the cards I have, is superior to going down a card and getting a scry. Because, like, this hand's like at least reasonably fieldable. And I think like the low end variance of 6 is pretty low. What? Okay, I'm actually probably gonna beat that, which is kind of wild. I think I just want to wait on that. I'd rather get a 1/1 out of it later. My opponent missing land. Given how many resources they burn to get to here, I'm not too afraid of a brutality. And the fact that they burn multiple Spirit Guides is I'm probably safe against like a random, what's it called? Like a Fast Through the Breach. Yeah, those aren't magic cards. I literally can't cast these 2 cards, and these make mana. I'm definitely discarding this for Reveler, so that's fine. I'm just going to discard these cards. I don't think it's a question. I could actually use all these other cards in some other way. And I guess I get in the damage. I don't think my opponent... I guess they could have Sudden Shock that I should have played around, but I don't think they're going to bring it in for this matchup. So this is... I guess I should have done some math. I don't think there's a reason for me to use Surgical. Well... face. And... take her through the breaches. Whew! Lucky... so my opponent's at 15, so they have nothing. Definitely take the one in their graveyard. I'm trying to figure out if the one in their deck is good. I guess they have Last Reckonings to draw to, so it probably is pretty good. They have like just enough removal that I probably need to be afraid of it. Yeah. There's like always a chance that you might want to leave them in your opponent's library there. I mean, I know my opponent's hand is Gristlebee and another Blood Moon. So playing this Pyro is bad if they have Reckoning, but it kills them in a free. It gives them. I think I'd rather just play around the top deck Reckoning than play around like me. I'd have to draw a 3-outer. Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. Well, I did draw the 3-outer and I still made the right play. That's great. Oh, I can't. No. I forgot the Chalice is in play. Never mind. This is still perfect. Okay, so I know their hand is bricks. Yeah, this is definitely right. Ooh, that's nice. And I know that if... So, interestingly, if they had cast the second Blood Moon, I would not cast... Oh, I guess that doesn't matter. I keep forgetting about this Chalice. Never mind. Oh, and they're now just dead in one. That's cool. I killed them with Thoughtseize, beatdown. But the thing I wanted to bring up there is that if my opponent had... Wow. If they had cast the second Blood Moon there and they didn't have the Chalice, I would actually cast my... Where was I going with this? I would be casting my Inquisition targeting them, because if their cards were like land Gristlebrand, I'd rather make them not discard the Gristlebrand in that spot. So here I'm going to do something... I guess I can't even do that. Come on. You're no fun. Chalice I keep having all these sweet lines with the Chalice being in play, preventing from doing stuff. So I'd be Inquisitioning myself to put my Lingering Souls in the graveyard so I could cast it. But whatever, I just have another doofus in play. This attack puts my opponent to dead next turn regardless of what they do. So they need to have drawn like Discard Outlet plus Gorios as their 2 unknown cards. I guess they could draw... Oh, and they can't even draw Looting there because of the Chalice. Jeez. Okay. That was cool. Pyromancer did some real work there. The Blood Moon immunity is something that I had not considered that is pretty darn awesome.